Well, hello, my friends. It is so exciting because today we have the most insane tour of all time. We are up in Canada. Hello, all of my friendly Canadians. And we are at BC Greenhouse Builders. And they, if you are not familiar with their work, they are all over the internet. They are all over the US and they create beautifully custom greenhouses. And their craftsmanship, I think, is what sets them apart. Today, we've been invited for a behind-the-scenes tour. We get to go through the workshop. We get to meet the wonderful people here, and we get to show you how a greenhouse gets made. And stay tuned to the end, because I have a very special announcement. Friends, I'm about ready to introduce you to not only a gorgeous history behind me, but a wonderful man here. This is Kyle. He is the general manager for BC Greenhouse. And I would love to hear a little bit of the history. And then also, I hear we get a shop tour.
You're absolutely going to get a shop tour.
Yes.
Yeah, and we might put you to work.
Oh, perfect. Love it. I'm available.
We love showing off our history and our roots. And so this is actually our history wall. We moved into this facility in 2021. We created the space that we could sort of celebrate our roots. It's more for us. We don't have as many visitors because we're a manufacturing company, but yeah, we take it seriously. So we're from 1951 is sort of when we were established, or as far as we know, the oldest known record that we were able to find from the period, this is when the company was bought in 1972 by the current family that owns it. The gentleman and his wife that bought it, he worked for the company since 1959, but when they were going through the old records, this is the oldest document they could find. It's a price list. It says retail price list effective February 10, 1951. And so we are just running with 1951, that's when we have been established.
Oh my, and so you could get a Princess 8-foot by 18-foot gable roof greenhouse for $258.
There's been some inflation.
It's gone up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, really.
And you guys started with wood.
We started with wood, and then in the mid to late 50s, we switched over to aluminum.
Wow.
And yeah, Henry, the team, some of the people back then when he was starting, he's a journeyman glazer. We've had journeyman glazers work for us. Rick, Henry's son, who's the current president of the company, is a journeyman glazer. So what that means is our designs are designed with glass and aluminum or glass and glazing in mind. So we care about expansion and contraction of the different materials. We care about the weather seals, the gaskets that we're using. Obviously, we're in the Pacific Northwest, so we really care about rain, where rain's going to go.
Water intrusion.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's making sure that things are breathable, but you're not letting water or wind or breeze come through. So that's what we take seriously. Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, our history, I was in Southwest BC, started off in Vancouver in 51, and now we're in a suburb of Vancouver to this day, and started off with older wood greenhouses and moved into aluminum, and the team has grown throughout the years, and the projects that we do have grown throughout the years. And yeah, we love building the best greenhouses.
Oh my gosh. And the whole place is so cool. I actually really love, the first impression when you walk in is it looks exactly, it's like a little bit of a fantasy. Like you walk in and everyone has their own little greenhouse. And I mean, this is the dream for me. I think the dream for any gardener is to really have your own little greenhouse space, whether it's a hangout space, a hobby, it's just a place to dream and create. We are about ready to jump into the shop. We get a personal behind the scenes tour. You guys get to see how these beautiful quality greenhouses are made, and you have some secrets to share.
Sure do. Let's go. Okay. Let's start off in the lunchroom. Obviously, it's, people have their lunch here.
The Greasy Bean.
So the story behind that, invariably when people are at a reception desk and the phone's going off the hooks, it's, BC Greenhouse Builders, BC Greenhouse, BC Greenhouse. And sometimes we screw up and you say Greasy Beanhouse instead of BC Greenhouse. And so it's actually, and so I'm not kidding. In the 90s, I actually did it myself when the phones were going crazy. And so it predates me. This is going back like a long time. And so we thought when we moved to this new facility in 2021, we should name our lunchroom the Greasy Beanhouse, and so that's where that comes from.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, here's where it all happens.
Okay, I love this. This is like hardware store meets production facility. I love it.
Yeah, okay, so you've caught us actually, day shift gone home. No, they're still here till 3:30, right? They're still here. But anyway, we'll an afternoon shift is here right till 7:30. So yeah, so we're
How late do you build?
till 7:30 every day.
Whoa.
And yeah, actually during COVID we separated the shifts and we had people here till 11:30. But
Wow.
we've kind of been able to compact it. But yeah, we're super busy. Like Ange says, it's kind of it's a working facility. This is our sort of our scheduling, and up here, this is how we know what we're building this week in terms of greenhouses, who they're for, who the retailer is if it's not us, our models, and then it's all broken down by stations. And so that's where we're going to go. We're going to go see all the different stations.
How many greenhouses are you working on at any one given point in time?
26 at a time.
How? 26 greenhouses?
Depending on the size, but
okay. So depending on the size, up to 26 greenhouses, and these are shipping nationwide, worldwide?
Worldwide, mostly North America.
Mostly North America.
Mostly US, Canada, and then into Europe is sort of our markets.
Wow.
Yeah. We are a custom greenhouse manufacturer, as you know. So every greenhouse, almost every greenhouse is hand built one at a time, which you'll see. We have been able to make what's custom for a homeowner standard for us. We're modular in 24.5-inch increments, both width and length. We have our handfuls of different colors that we do. We have 4 different off-the-shelf glazings, and so they can be mix and match. So maybe you want glass in the walls and polycarbonate in the roof, or so that's still standard for us. So even though it's custom for you, it's still standard for us. And
I mean, there's so many weather conditions, weather patterns that you have to deal with. I mean, Chicago winter is way different than Northwest winter,
100%.
and you have to be able to accommodate all of that. That's a feat of engineering as well, which I don't think people quite maybe understand.
It sets us apart that we have the profiles and the R&D behind it. Our greenhouses, it's been an evolution, not a revolution. It's evolved since the 50s is when we first started doing aluminum framed greenhouses, back then just with single pane glass. And then we've incorporated different types of glazings into the system. So we've had to change up the profiles that accommodate the thicker insulated glass or the different polycarbonate thicknesses. And so, we can pretty much do anything for any climate. It's what sets us apart. We're, really well weather sealed. We care about, like as builders, we care about snow loads, wind loads, seismic obviously is a big one for where we're shipping our greenhouses. Our customers don't care. They just want to make sure the greenhouse isn't going to fall over and it's going to carry a ton of hanging baskets or mount a heater up to it or have like pounds and pounds of shelving mounted off the walls and make it into a jungle. That's what the customers care about, which we do too, obviously, but most important is that it's not going to fall down and be weather sealed. I
think that's so funny. I do have to say, this is where it's such a good match for us to work together, because I only want to come back like if I'm needed. You know what I mean? Like you want to do your job and do it the best way possible.
We joke about that we're not a service company. We don't like callbacks. We want it to work right the first time, and lifetime warranty on the frames, like stuff like that, and be problem-free, trouble-free. The most maintenance you have to do is clean it. You have to clean it. We're not going to do that for you. So,
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you've seen on our website, we have our standard sort of regular greenhouses, but then we also do really elaborate custom ones. And so you're now seeing our custom station, and so we have some really creative fabricators that will build some really substantial greenhouses. Again, they get stood up. Not every greenhouse gets stood up from top to bottom, but the very custom ones for sure do. And this is going to be one of our Meridian state greenhouses. And you can tell because it has the much thicker tubular aluminum, glazing rafters. It's all very, very substantial. It would be a garden conservatory. A lot of people are using them for living and growing space. So it's not just growing anymore. You can host dinners. You can be an event space, wedding venues. People are using them for. So
if you haven't gone to BC's website, this Meridian series, it is drool worthy. It is drool worthy. And you have some of the best examples on your website. They're just gorgeous.
I love when we stand them up, because it doesn't matter who you are. If you're buying one of these, it's really cool to get, once they sort of have it filled in, we're going to take pictures and send pictures to the client. They're going to see like, hey, here's your greenhouse, in the works. And it's super exciting for anyone who's doing it.
That's so special. That is so special.
feel like I ended on the most exciting part, but not really.
So
not really.
good. No, it's all so good.
Okay, watch your step.
Whoa. So are you packing one for shipping now?
No, this is raw material coming back probably from
powder coating?
Yeah, probably from painting.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I would imagine a lot of this material might actually be for that greenhouse. I'm not sure. I don't know. This is our frame station. So this is where every rib, so roof bar, side bar, gable bar that goes into the greenhouse, not the infrastructure and not the long profiles, but just the ribs of the greenhouse are all made in this station. You can see how we have all our different colors lined up with all the different sizes and all the different frames.
This is very aesthetically pleasing.
I think our fabricators agree.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so the cool part for us is we have our old DeWalt Saw. This saw is from the 40s. It's actually like World War II era DeWalt Saw, and it's our oldest saw that we have in the shop. You're going to see a lot of old saws, but we love it. It will actually run forever. It won't ever be a problem. It's an amazing machine. So we try and pick these up when we can. Most of our older saws like this, we've picked up from local high schools when their metal shops are upgrading their equipment. Like,
no
oh yeah,
way.
we'll snag that for a steal and use it all day, every day. And
this is incredible. Look at this old DeWalt label. That is amazing.
Yeah, and it's obviously, chain drive. We've had to patch it ourselves once or twice, but otherwise it just goes. And next to it, we're going to have chop saws, which are really commonplace. You see everywhere.
Yeah.
We try and take care of our machinery, have it last as long as it can. We still have to have these for cuts. These will last like 1.5 years before it starts getting too wobbly. You don't get the precision you need, so we have to cycle them out. And but this thing will last forever. So it's it's cool.
This is like I am dying over this.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, no, it's amazing, amazing saw. Here's where we do half of the long profiles for our greenhouse. So anything that's big in the greenhouse, the main ridge beam at the top, the gutter profiles, the base, the braces. And I was mentioning that we do everything in 24.5-inch increments, the 2 foot sections.
Yep.
So this was a big innovation. Back in 2008 is when we got this machine. And so we can actually load in one of our long extrusions and the whole 25-foot piece. It's as long as we can get painted aluminum is 25 feet. So we'll put it in here and lock it in place, and then it'll punch down, and what comes out of it is going to be all the holes come out of it. And so this is so when we're punching our aluminum, you just get these pieces.
Yeah, these.
But that is you can see on this guy here, it was punched out, and so you can see every notch 24.5 inches. And my joke is, so when I started, I told you what my position was, but I was the office guy when I started in the 90s. And but what that meant is they wouldn't let me actually operate machinery because there's safety things that we had to keep everyone else safe. But I was the long stuff helper. So before this machine, I would hold the dumb end of this piece, and a person would just be feeding it through a punch like this. And the operator's like lining it up in every 24.5 inches. And I'm this guy, and I'm going. And as I'm going, of course, I'm bored, and it's heavy. Like, it's heavy. Yeah. And my arms are going down, and he would scream at me. He'd like, lift it up. And I'd have to lift it back up again. And then they replaced me. And they replaced me with a roller. Oh. Yeah, so that replaced me. But then this replaced that manual operation. So now the operator, it's much more streamlined. It's allowed us to be able to do as many greenhouses as we do.
This is incredible. And I'm also kind of obsessed with these just random stacks of ridge detail. This is phenomenal.
The materials that we have to keep, we like to keep our lead time short, or as short as we can. And so we never want to run out of material.
What is your lead time? What does that range look like?
So a regular backyard greenhouse, you can, from 4 to 6 weeks from when you order it to when you be able to get it.
Whoa.
So say anything that's 10 by 12 or smaller, or 12 by 16 and smaller, you're going to be about that 4 to 6 week time.
Okay.
Usually enough time to put your foundation in and be ready for it to arrive. Anything like the really custom ones or very large ones, it can be months and months, because there might be engineering and permits and design and a back and forth. And then And then there are some custom materials that we have to source for the larger ones that take a bit of time. But otherwise, you know, a backyard greenhouse, 4 to 6 weeks.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
When we moved to this facility in 2021, we doubled down. We got another machine. It's a bit shinier. Does the exact same thing. This is just material, raw materials that we have up in the shelves. We can poke out here. It doesn't really matter. But
Now, are all of your materials, is it 100% aluminum?
yes. So stainless steel fasteners.
Okay.
And
okay.
aluminum, all aluminum extrusions. We don't do any steel components, like no steel channels or pipes or angles.
Okay.
Everything's aluminum. We love aluminum. It's easy to work with.
Yeah.
It can be structurally sound if we designed it right. It's structurally sound, and it never ever rusts, which is paramount for us. And we offer a lifetime warranty on our greenhouse frames, and honestly, it's the easiest thing to do because nothing can really go wrong with it.
It's a very resilient material.
Yes, this is just overflow material. We kid during the pandemic. It was really busy for us, and so we moved here. We thought we were going to have so much room, but we quickly filled up the yard, and we had to put racks up, and it feels like we're back to that now.
Yeah.
We turn some of our overflow storage space. We just put a greenhouse up, and why not, right?
I was going to say, it's the fanciest overflow I have ever seen. This is phenomenal.
This area here, stations where we're doing all of our truss posts, braces. We bought this building in 2021. It was existing, but we really hammered down. It was an empty shell. We hammered down the layout of how we wanted the stations to look, how we wanted to organize the material. All the racking is sort of custom designed to us to suit. We have 2 big bay doors on either side of the shop. All of the aluminum is coming in this wing, and it's going through all the aluminum stations. Everything else, all of the glass, the polycarbonate, the doors, the fans, all the accessories, they all come in through the other big bay door. And so everything works through those stations, and then it sort of culminates here in our shipping station. And so here is when you're seeing the board that Tyler was talking about, the new 26 greenhouses. So every number on that board is designated to a loading bay. And so all of the stations for the different components of the greenhouse, being the frames, the caps, the long extrusions, the truss posts, the hardware, they're all going to end up in here. They're going to check their boxes, and then we're going to know when it's complete that it's ready to be crated and shipped.
This is supremely well organized. I know you keep apologizing for the mess, but like this, for how much you're producing, this is an insanely well-oiled machine.
It's hand fabricating. It's actually, we call it manufacturing, but it's such a heavy human touch to it.
Everything is high touch.
When we're shipping out, our crates are coming in through one of our bay doors. They're coming in empty, and then they get filled up, and then they go out this bay door, or a truck backs up, and it just gets funneled out. The crates are color-coded. They're numbered, they're named, but we're shipping multiple greenhouses a day, and so we want to make sure that all the same customers' greenhouses are going to be the same color, so that when they get to wherever, just down in Surrey, or if they go to different hubs in Portland, when they disperse them out, it's going to go to the right place.
It's seamless.
Yeah. We don't want customer A getting customer B's long extrusions. Like
Brian is smiling because I love a color code. I love a color code moment. And so, are you mostly polycarb or?
I think we're actually mostly glass right now.
Oh, really?
It's evolved over the years since I've been here.
Yeah.
So I think it was mostly polycarbonate. When I started, it was mostly polycarbonate. It's probably like 60-40. And of the glass, 60-40, 60% polycarbonate, 40% glass. It's for sure switched. We're probably closer to 70-30 or 75-25. And any glass greenhouse that we do that's a straight eave model, not anyone, but more often than not, people will have polycarbonate in the roof. It gives you your built-in shading, better insulation, it diffuses the light. So there's lots of benefits to having it. And depending on the style of the greenhouse, if you're going to have to add shade anyway, it doesn't actually look that bad. It actually looks good.
It looks good. Well, and a polycarbonate also, it's probably a really great structure if something were to fall on it, there were an accident, like
Branches,
because
yeah.
polycarbonate is really,
You can shoot hockey pucks off it all day.
it's what these little guys are.
Probably the twin wall and the 5-wall polycarbonate.
Yep.
It all comes with this blue film on it, so it's not actually blue, but it just comes protected. But you peel the film off, and then it's perfectly clear.
Yeah.
We actually the blue usually designates what side of the polycarbonate is UV stabilized.
Great.
So usually it's clear on the unstabilized and blue on the stabilized. So you always want that facing the sun. On all of our greenhouses, we just get UV stabilized actually on both sides, so we can't screw up.
You can't screw it up.
Yeah.
Genius.
Can't screw up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's experience.
You know what I think that also is? That's a fast learning curve. Do you know what I mean? It seems like your whole system is like, yeah, we're not making mistakes. We're getting this done.
Color code.
Yes,
UV both sides.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. No, we've had to tune in, dial in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a very like beautiful human experience of developing a company.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you've ever worked for a small business, this is like
it's
this
fun.
is the story.
It's super exciting. We do really cool stuff. We're really pumped about what we do. We're pumped about the customers that get it and pumped for them. But we're pumped about what we do. We love being able to do really good stuff. The polycarbonate's a testament to that too. It's actually comes from Wisconsin. But it's originally was coming from Italy. It's a European product, a European company, but has a facility in Wisconsin since, I think the 2008, 2009, anyway, somewhere around there. And we were using them while they were in Italy, but we choose it because it's architectural grade versus agricultural grade. So less imperfections. It's has more of a crystal clear view.
Okay.
If you're on a farm, you don't care if it's a bit wavy or if you have imperfections, but we do care. And so these are things that we get to care about. So we like to make things better, not cheaper. So that's sort of been as we've evolved, and I said it's an evolution of what we do. We're always trying to find ways to how can we make it better? And,
That's so cool.
Yeah. Our wall of doors.
Wow.
So like I was saying, all the glass is coming in through here, the single pane glass. Most of the insulated glass or our 1/4 inch thick single piece glass. We just bring it in from our glass supplier already crated, because those are, if they're being shipped out, so they'll crate those for us.
So you don't need to.
Yeah, but all the lap glass ones that we do, we actually hand pack them and have them ready to go here. They're not light. I think the heaviest box is still going to be 80, 90 pounds. So it's a real substantial building when you have it.
When you get it all together.
Yeah, that's.
Holy, what is up there?
Oh, well, let's go look.
It's like I love to take in all details and all environments, and I get really excited when I see
You're not missing anything. I love your eyes. Hey, wait a second.
Like, wait a minute.
You didn't show me that.
My job is detail, you know? Well, it's an unusual structure for you guys, that form.
Yeah, well, step. It's unusual, not unusual for us. Yeah, it's a kind of a birdcage design.
Oh, I wondered if that's what it was.
So it's a custom skylight. There's actually 2 of them. So this client's in Ontario. We're waiting for them to be ready for it. Still cold out there right now, but so we have.
Gorgeous.
So if you can imagine, there's 2 of these. So it's going to make a full circle. And both of these, as a dome, are going to sit on top of 2 of those. So it's going to create a whole circle, and that's going to be like a circular custom skylight over top of someone's home.
Oh, it's like sitting on top of their home.
It's going to go on a curb, and so they'll be in their home, and it'll be just, a really large custom Meridian Estate skylight.
That is way cool. That is like, can you imagine winter?
And then we have,
and this is another structure, yes?
Yeah, this one's just going to be more of like a pyramid style where it's 2 halves again, so same home.
Oh, really? Yeah. They're really going for that solarium feel.
Conservatory, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
So we like this. We can, the mezzanine, we can look down and see what's happening. We actually can't see very much anymore. The shelves are usually, like I said, usually full. We don't like running out of materials, so this gives you sort of that top view. It's way warmer up here, you probably noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is like our command center. So this guy's a big monster. What's the size, Michael?
Oh, it's
100 feet by
100 feet by almost 100 feet.
Yeah. So it's a big monster, but it's the way we draw them. They're being all drawn in 3 dimensions, and Of course, we send this to the engineers for review and stamp, and we send it to the client for their reviews and approvals. And there's multiple zones in this one, so we do get into that. So this is more on the, for us, we call it commercial. It's more institutional, though. We're not doing acres and acres of greenhouses on people's farms, but what sets us apart for institutions are that we can have them engineered to meet whatever building codes, so whatever use application. So if there's going to be students inside or teachers, or it's more than just what a farm code would have to meet. So yeah, it's going to be more designed that way. Yeah, and it has just different standards than if it was a farm code. So again, one of the things that set us apart from just a farm greenhouse.
This is so good.
I didn't lose a bet for that to be on my. That's not me. That's not me. But the wallpaper outside my office. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's, you know what? It's our roots. So
Yeah.
you're gonna see like Henry worked for the company since '59. So he wasn't like the original founder, but worked for it since '59 when he was 16. He and his wife Greta bought it in 1972, and they had 4 little kids then. Actually, at that point, they only had 3 kids, but the 4th one on the way. And but this is just probably Henry from the '70s working with his 3 boys. And Rick, right here, is the current president of the company, and he normally dresses differently. Yeah.
You know, I have 3 boys as well, and one of them is usually the youngest one is always half naked. Why?
Why is that? Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But it's, yeah, again, it's our
so good.
It's our roots, right? Just go and
Yeah.
do it, and you know, there's the labor and the help. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rick gets better. Rick gets the Stanley Park Tea House as his wallpaper on his office. So I guess he won the bet.
Yeah.
He won the bet. Yeah. It's one of our signatures from 1978 or '79, I think. It's a Vancouver staple. It's a signature project for us. It's probably, like, from a milestone, it was probably our first institutional like commercial project that was very custom. It also is it's a birdcage
That
design.
beautiful profile.
And so that's really hard to do. Like, it's bent glass. So it's a curved design. All these are actual glass that's bent, but when you get around the corner and you have to circle around, each of those facets of bent glass is a pie shape, and they're really expensive and they're really hard to cut. And
Yeah.
so, because you have to, like, you know, you're cutting them to, you know, snap off and have these pie-shaped pieces of curved glass. But again, it sets us apart. We can do it. Starting next year is 75 years. So it's
No
our
way.
Yeah.
So 2026 is 75 years.
So we're gonna hit it off
Awesome.
with a bang this December.
Okay.
Yeah, kick it off.
Friends, we've just had the tour of a lifetime. I am actually standing in the middle of their offices, and they've got a tiny greenhouse set up here with all of these gorgeous cedar pieces. These are made by Charlie's, which is in Washington. And I have a special announcement for you all. This year, you know, I'm displaying at the Northwest Flower and Garden Festival. You know, I have my beautiful contractor Elias on board, but what I have not shared is this is the year that I actually get to do a custom greenhouse build for the show. And BC Greenhouse Builders is actually going to be my partner for the show. You guys, I feel like I've gone to this show for so many years, over 2 decades of going to the Northwest Flower and Garden Festival. And I feel like being able to bring a greenhouse and present that just creative vision for all of you, this is like my piece de resistance. This is, you guys, this is the dream of a designer. Massive, massive, giant thank you to BC Greenhouse Builders for not only hosting us for a day of walking through the workshop, but also being such an incredible partner and bringing you a dream for the 2026 Northwest Flower and Garden Festival. Okay, I'm gonna see you in the next one, and in the meantime, say hello to your garden for me.